Train the muscles, not the joints.
Welcome back to Natural Glam Bodybuilding, and today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about burning calories or burning energy and what type of workout program would probably be more effective just for that purpose. Now, one thing I want to stipulate or say is that a lot of times people try to oversimplify things and say, oh, one type of workout program is going to burn more calories, so that's naturally the best one when it comes down to pre-contest or losing some body fat. But the truth is, talking in absolutes can kind of work against you sometimes, because say you use the training program that burns more calories, you have to ask yourself, why does it burn more calories? And is that going to be more of a burden on your body over the long run and then be counterproductive or not be conducive to losing body fat and keeping the most amount of muscle, right? Because if you overtrain, you become catabolic, then you lose muscle. So with that disclaimer in place, I will say that the workout that will burn the most amount of calories from a weight training standpoint, the type of program that will burn the most amount of calories is a whole body workout, or a workout where you are doing the compound lifts such as legs and deadlifts and back more often in your training routine. I don't know how I'm going to get the motivation to lift this thing. This thing underneath me, this rock, but I'm going to do it. Somehow I'm going to have to fit my hands around this and lift it to the sky, because somebody on YouTube did it. And if somebody on YouTube did it, that means I can do it. That means I should be able to do it. Mountain. I noticed if I flex my lats, I stay warm in the rain. Now this makes logical sense because you're using more muscles at once from doing those big compound lifts like squats and lunges, and you're also using the biggest muscle groups, which will burn more energy. You can lift more weight with those muscles and you'll burn a lot more energy, and you're also breaking down a lot more tissue, therefore causing the body to need to rebuild, which also plays a massive result in how much metabolic boost you go through over the next few days after such a workout. So by using the major muscle groups, such as the legs and the back, of course, not saying that the other muscle groups don't contribute to burning calories, but the legs and the back are going to contribute the most. By using these body parts more often in your training routine, you're going to burn a lot more calories. Now, I find that whole body workouts is a great way to accomplish this. But like I've said before, if you do whole body workouts too often or too much, you're going to also overtrain. So you have to find that happy medium. Now, another argument or another thing to consider when it comes down to using the perfect program for maintenance of the most amount of muscle along with burning fat is, say you are calorie restricting or you're lowering the amount of food that you're taking in quite significantly to burn off fat. You know, let's hope it's mostly your energy foods such as carbs and fats instead of your protein. But seeing as you're lowering that amount of food, if you start to aggressively burn calories too aggressively with your workout routine, what will happen is that you will have a tendency to hit overtraining more often. So this may also be why when people are on cut type programs, they sometimes will back off on the whole body movements, or at least doing them as much. They might go more to a bro split or concentrate more on the cosmetic muscles pre-contest because they're trying to refine the shape of the physique without overtraining. Because like I said, if you train legs and back a lot, you're going to have a easier time overtraining or more of a tendency towards that. So if a person has a tendency to become catabolic and burn up their muscle tissue really fast, then a bro split might be a better type of routine to consider. Therefore, they're only burning the right type of calories instead of just burning calories for the sake of burning calories, right? Because if you start burning calories at too explosive a rate, it's going to be more from the glycogen of the muscle, and glycogen has a protein sparing effect, and therefore your body will start to eat its own muscle tissue. So that said, you may find that even though whole body workouts will burn more calories, it might be the wrong type of calories because you start to lean towards overtraining or possibly overstimulating your system. And of course, when you're on a calorie deficit, you will have a tendency for overtraining a lot more than, say, when you're overnourishing the body and giving it everything that it possibly needs, right? So one could argue that even though the whole body workouts are great for burning calories, they might be better for you to do when you're eating a plentiful amount of food and having a calorie surplus from energy and protein. So I know this probably doesn't answer a question outright, but at the same time, it helps you think about a couple training variables to consider when you're deciding about what type of training program is perfect for you in this moment, or what's perfect for you to conserve the most amount of muscle mass at the same time as trying to cut. So something to consider is that if you are more endomorphic, or say you have a tendency to put on a lot of body fat really easily, maybe whole body workouts are the best thing for you. Maybe they're gonna give you better results when it comes down to burning off that fat and keeping the muscle, because you have a tendency to keep muscle very easily anyway. But if you're a person that has a tendency to lose muscle really easily, even if you do have a tiny bit of fat on you, but you have a tendency to lose muscle really fast, then maybe a bro split type of workout's better for you. Just not doing the overall lifts, like say squats and deadlifts, quite so often. Still incorporating them in your routine, but not doing them quite as frequently as, say, a 2-day split type program or a whole body workout type program. So yeah, I hope this helps out in your training. Thanks a lot for watching. If you need to get a hold of me, just go to naturalglambodybuilding.com, and thanks to the patron supporters, and take care for now. Mountain.